Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up. Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up.
Hey guys, just a quick one before the video actually starts. This is a voiceover one. This is a voiceover when I'm editing. What do you think looks better? This one or this one? Comment down below and let me know. I'm going to make a post about it as well. Whatever you choose is going to be the thumbnail. Also, speaking of thumbnail guys, please go show some love to my main man, Dyslexic Dolphin. I know it's a weird name, but he's the new thumbnail artist because mine will just looking clapped. But yeah, I hope you doing like him because I'm absolutely in love with him. I'm hoping that it'll attract more attention to the channel, stops me from quitting. If I don't, I don't. If it does, it does. But yeah, please go subscribe to him down below. I know it probably won't do a lot, but can we at least get him to like 200 subs? Show him what we can actually do. Other than that, guys, hope you do enjoy the video. Bye.
And hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm back again and let's fucking get into it. This is a new series because the What If Naruto got stronger every single time a Shadow Clone was destroyed was getting dragged out. I hated filming it. I felt ill every time I filmed it. I think it was a sign from God. And it was actually hurting my channel, bruv. I mean, every time I post it, all my stuff would go down, like my analytics, like my CPM, every little thing. Not even CPM, bro. We'll get into that later actually. But like everything was going down. All my other videos, yeah, they were helping my channel except for that one. So I'm not doing Tech 9 helping. And I got a few messages in Discord saying just end it because I dragged it out too much. So now I'm gonna try to keep all my series to like 10 parts. Anyway, let's get straight into this. This is What If Naruto was the ultimate Uchiha. I know I wanted to do What If Naruto was an Uchiha for ages, and Snapchat got away. But you know how we do it different around here. So it's What If Naruto was the ultimate Uchiha. Basically, it's gonna start. He was gonna get special abilities, of course. It's Harry Fox YouTube. What do you think it's gonna be? But before he unlocks his special abilities, he's gonna have the abilities of an Uchiha. He's gonna be born with his Sharingan activated, but of course he can deactivate it. Blah blah blah. And we're gonna have a little twist, believe it or not. But anyway, he was born with his Sharingan activated. All the abilities in Uchiha has like how they're just a natural talents 90% of the time. It's ultimate, like he's that, but way like better, like way stronger, etc. Like he has way more natural talent, and that's it really. And also all the stuff the Sharingan can do, like copy jutsus, like better reaction time, see the flow chakra, genjutsus, he can do it way better as well. That's just the base. Anyway, let's jump straight into this video. We start on a night, a very dark night. A night that was meant to go down in the history of Konoha as the darkest day of history for Shinobi. It was the Ninetales attack on the Hidden Leaf Village. But the fourth Hokage was preoccupied, giving birth to his son. In this, Minato was half Uchiha, half Namikaze. And Kushina was half Hyuga, half Uzumaki. That's why he's the ultimate Uchiha. He got a good mix. But anyway, Naruto's born. I'm gonna keep Naruto's yellow hair because why not? Or you guys decide. I'll either keep Naruto's hair yellow or you can have black hair. And Naruto's born. The fourth Hokage picks him up like from the nurses, and he looks in his eyes. The Sharingan's already activated, and it's through Tomoe at that. He's just absolutely shocked, like, already a Sharingan. Incredible. He's definitely the future of the Uchiha and the Shinobi lads in general. But then, the Ninetales attacked. It dived down, but Minato's not the same Minato. He has a Sharingan. And he just has not more natural, actually yeah, he has more natural talent than in canon, but it's on top of his other natural talent that we see actually has. So, unlike before, he isn't barely dodging or this and that. He's absolutely dodging around the Ninetales with ease. And I'm going to say he has actually quite a bit more chakra than in canon. Like a base chakra. So, he manages, everything goes the same, and then when he fights Obito, it's unlike Canon where it was a last second Relying Rajan and slam to the back. He was absolutely clapping him, and Minato does have a Magenki or Sharingan, but I'm not going to reveal his abilities too much, except for just when Obito thought he was going to land a punch, he felt his body freeze, and before he knew it, he was pummeled into the ground, knocked unconscious. But before Minato could do anything, a weird black substance comes out of the ground and sucks Obito into it. Obito is dealt with. Due to this, the control of the Nine Tails was fading. It was still there partly, but it was fading very, very quickly. And yeah, so of course he was scrapping with him, and he decided to do the Reaper Death Seal, but the improved version. With his Sharingan, he analysed as many seals as there were, and he actually improved on the Reaper Death Seal. It didn't kill the user, it just took 99% of their chakra, and it would take them like a week to recover. And bruh, you're on silent, what are you doing? On my mum's life, guys, I put this on silent. Yeah, now I just cut silent mode off. You're on silent, shut up! Anyway guys, yeah, sorry. So, Minato does the Reaper Death Seal, and he slices up Kurama, of course, with the Reaper Death Seal, and seals the entirety of him inside Naruto. And this was because due to 99% of his chakra being taken, he didn't have time to split the soul into two, and then sit one inside him, one inside the other. But Kushina did die from childbirth, and this broke Minato for now. He didn't let it show though. And by the time the third Hokage finally arrived, it was Minato holding his son, crying. We're now going to skip to 6 years later. Naruto is now 6 years old. And you know how attached he was when he was a kid? Like just strong, cool. That was Naruto times 1,000, bruv. And by now, Minato is mostly over the death of Kushina. Not over it, he still remembers, but he's not depressed about it. And Naruto, due to his insane intellect IQ, he can remember when he was about 3. His father, outside, his father would smile, be happy, he's the 4th Hokage. But inside at home, he would just cry. He thought Naruto couldn't see him, but Naruto could. But now when Naruto's about 6, he hasn't seen his dad cry for roughly about 2 years. And he doesn't seem sad and all that. But there's one thing that he has noticed about his dad. He does go over the top with training Naruto. And Naruto thinks this was because something that was meant to take him roughly nearly a year to learn, 300 days to learn, 1,000 days to learn, he learned it in a day. And if you guys watch the show, you know what 1,000 days means. And thinking of this, Naruto's walking through the forest, and a massive, massive bear appears. I mean like, not even gorilla, I mean like a Sasquatch, like a Bigfoot thing. I'd say minimum 20-foot bear appears, and it lunges at Naruto. As Naruto is thinking about the jutsu that he mastered in a day, he thinks, you know what, I might as well use it to get some practice in. He pulls his hand backwards, and a blue orb appears in his hand. He yells, Rasengan! And he slams it into the boar. The boar gets sent flying backwards. Naruto is special case. His Sharingan at then was activated. But the thing is, when he has his Sharingan activated, it doesn't drain his chakra at all. So if he really wanted to, he could have his Sharingan activated 24/7. Which he does most of the time when no one's looking. As when he does have it activated in public, people are a bit wary. Because they only know about Uchiha, who... When the only Uchiha who had the Sharingan activated are ready for fights, ready to kill. And by the way, by now the Uchiha massacre has not taken place, as Minato is there to negotiate. And as he's walking further into the forest, he finally gets into his spot. Kakashi's there waiting with Sasuke. Not Kakashi. Itachi is there waiting with Sasuke. Naruto's face lights up when he sees this, and he rushes over and rugby tackles Sasuke and pins him to the ground. Him and Sasuke are already best friends, and they both get taught by Itachi, who unlike Hanan actually does teach him when he promises to. Although Sasuke is not as natural of a talent as Naruto is, due to having Naruto there to rival him, his progression is about 10 times faster than it is in canon, at least at that age. And today, they was learning about a different type of fire style, or they was going to learn how to do the great fireball jutsu, like There's literally no. I'm just gonna say they was learning how to do the fireball jutsu. And of course, when it first happened, Sasuke wasn't as small as it was in canon. It was about Itachi holding back. Like when Itachi did it as a kid, it was about that. But when Naruto did it, Itachi had to activate his Susanoo secretly. Actually, yeah, I'm still saying Shisui is dead, not dead. I mean, Shisui isn't dead, but Itachi does have his Magenko Sharingan, and I'll explain how. Itachi had to actually activate his Susanoo at the last second without anyone noticing, even Naruto, just to block some of the flames. Naruto lit a good portion of the forest on fire, and before Itachi even got to deal with it, Naruto did more hand signs and just water style, water dragon jutsu, and a massive one appears. Itachi seeing this just smirks, thinking that kid's gonna be a monster. But after they get to practice their fire style a little bit, Naruto goes back home. They do his training with his father. He practices seals with his father. How to seal chakra, how to open a seal, how to half open, etc. And Naruto is amazing at seals. And he's trying to practice putting seals on without even touching someone. But he's not fully there yet. And Naruto gets told that when Naruto has his, I'm gonna say when he's in 4 years. Naruto gets told that in 4 years he has to train as much as he can, as he's gonna join the academy tomorrow, and he's gonna be in the academy for 4 years. And if he manages to get the perfect score, Minato is gonna teach him one of his strongest jutsus. Here, this made Naruto ecstatic. So we're gonna time skip, my bro, to the last day of the academy where they're getting their, what's it called? When they're getting their examinations. Of course, Naruto passed it with flying colours, and so did Sasuke coming in second. Sasuke challenges Naruto to a fight for the last day, but Naruto declines and says we'll do it tomorrow, like when no one's in the academy, like we can set up properly. And Sasuke immediately agrees. That's when Mitsuki walks over to Naruto and says, I have a message from your father, Naruto. He said that, keep in mind, Minato is the fourth Hokage. He says, your father said that if you can break into his office without him noticing and steal the sacred scroll sealing, you'll automatically be promoted to Jonin. And hearing this, Naruto is ecstatic, as that does sort of sound like something his father would say. Although he is intelligent, he is a bit blind when it comes to his father, as all he ever really wants in life is to make his father proud. So of course, he breaks into the Hokage's office effortlessly as Minato is walking out on a 5-minute break, and he nabs the sacred scroll ceiling and sprints off. He's in the forest waiting for Mitsuki to come, who's meant to be coming with his father, and he thinks, you know what, while no one's here I might as well open the scroll. And that's what he does. He opens it, and with his Sharingan activated, he memorizes every single jutsu, except for ones that he couldn't understand the language. He could understand parts of it with his Sharingan, but it was in a weird language. But one thing that he could read underneath it was, the Sharingan needs to be at a darker stage. It needs to be empowered by hatred to read this. Foreshadowing. Of course, Naruto does a hand sign and makes an actual copy of the scroll, but he shrinks it down. I'm just talking out of my ass because that's what I want to do. So he makes a copy of the scroll and he shrinks it down to, like, you know the scientific ninja tools, like they had them tiny scrolls? That's the size of the sacred scaling scroll, but Naruto can resize it anytime he wants. That's when it finally happens. Iruka shows up, yet of course they're not going to be disrespectful to him. Naruto hasn't had to deal with that. He hasn't had to be dealt with demon child. He gets Konohamaru's treatment. Oh, the young lord, etc. He goes, Naruto, what have you done? Why did you steal it? And Naruto immediately says, Mitsuki said that if I steal it, I'll be promoted to Jonin. Hearing this, Iruka doesn't at all doubt Naruto for a second and immediately believes it. And he realises what's gone on. He pulls out a kunai and Naruto gets back ready to fight, thinking Iruka's about to shank him. Just for Iruka to turn around with his kunai and slam it into the massive Sharingan heading his way. Seeing this, Naruto is very confused and he sees Mitsuki standing there. Mitsuki's giving him a whole speech and then he finally says, you nine-toes brat. Iruka yells, no, Mitsuki, don't! But Naruto just says, so what? I'm the nine-toes Jinchuriki, you don't think I know that? I'm the fourth Hokage's son, you twat. Now come down here so I can beat the shit out of you, you scumbag. Keep in mind, Naruto's 10. Hearing this, Mitsuki gets annoyed and says, "You got a quiet mouth in you. Just because you're the fourth Hokage's son doesn't mean I'm gonna spare your life." He chucks a kunai at Naruto, who with his Sharingan now activated, easily weaves out of the way. And he just starts laughing and says, "Is that really the best you've got?" Mitsuki chucks another one and another one and another one until he's only got one left. And Naruto, unlike dodging, he's actually run at them. He jumps off one of the kunai to spin and catch the other. And actually, with the kunai still spinning on his finger, he spins round and cuts the other massive kunai in half. Iruka and Mitsuki are just flabbergasted. It's one of my favourite words. At seeing this 10-year-old kid move like a legendary Sanin. Maybe even at Hokage level. And Naruto says, "Is that really the best you got?" Still swinging a massive kunai on his finger. And now, due to practicing shurikens and all that with Itachi, he's great at this. He pulls out one of his own his tiny shurikens, which he has because his father gave it to him, saying you always need to be protected. And he chucks the massive one. Mitsuki dodges, but Naruto also chucked two tiny ones. Iruka easily dodges them as well, thinking they were a bit obvious. But unknown to him, he chucked them shuriken at the exact right time. Perfect accuracy. To where they spin, and just before they connect, they catch the end of the massive kunai, making it spin back around like a boomerang. Mitsuki is standing there thinking, saying, for someone who was moving so effortlessly and like easily past the journey level, that was sure obvious. Wait, it's a trap! But before he can react, he looks down to see the massive kunai implanted into his stomach. He coughs up blood and pushes the massive shuriken out of his stomach, coughing up blood. He says, "Damn it, I didn't want to use this power, but I have to. I'm so Lord Orochimaru, forgive me if I've broken your rules." Mitsuki starts screaming in agony as his curse mark, which we find he has later in the series if you watch canon, spreads around his body, and he becomes a sort of like tiger-like creature, and his wound heals. Seeing this, Naruto is intrigued, but he could just feel bloodlust he hasn't ever really felt before, shroud over his body, and he isn't afraid. It's just, he knows that this fight isn't going to be easy. And he's thinking in his head, think. I need to match that. Naruto isn't scared, he's thinking of the way he can match it. He's like, he just had a whole transformation, what am I meant to be doing? Think. I need to transform, I need to get some sort of dark power. And that's when he hears the voice. "Kid, why don't you use my power?" He enters his own mindscape. By accident, he got dragged in by the Nine-Tailed Fox. And he just stands in front of the cage. And it's Kurama standing there. And Naruto says, "Oh, so you're the Nine-Tailed Fox. Nice to meet you. I'm Naruto Uzumaki / Uchiha. I want to be called Naruto Uchiha, but my father named me Naruto Uzumaki after my mother." Kurama just laughs and says, "For a kid your age, I thought you'd be terrified of me." And Naruto says, "No, I've already read about you. My father told me about you as well. From what I interpreted, you're not evil, you're misunderstood." Hearing this, Kurama freezes up. He was planning to scare Naruto into using his power so he could slowly lose control, but now he's actually flustered. This is the first time someone hasn't automatically been terrified of him or assumed he was just pure evil. And Kurama goes, "Damn it, kid. Just take some of my power. This is the only time I'm giving it to you for free." Naruto openly accepts it with open arms as red chakra seeks out from Kurama and wraps around Naruto. Back into the real world, Naruto looks like he's about to charge up ki like he was in Dragon Ball. And the red cloak surrounds him, and his eyes turn into fox eyes mixed with the Sharingan. And he roars as a shockwave ensues. This alerts Minato to where he is. Of course he had a flying Raja mark on him, but he didn't want to use it. It betrays his trust. But yeah, 1 second, I'm very confused. That's 20. Also about 18 minutes right now. Seeing this, Mitsuki and Iruka both recognise it as the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra. But he's 10. How can he control it? He must be going berserk. And Naruto cracks his neck. Oh, I had to do it. Wait. Can I get the other side? Yeah. He cracks his neck and then cracks his knuckles. Oh. Mine ain't gonna crack, guys. Sorry. There we go. You got a little one. and he says, "It's time to show you what a real beast is." Naruto, remembering some of the jutsus he saw earlier, jumps in the air and screams, "Multi-shadow clone jutsu!" They all appear with their chroma eyes, but not the cloak, and they dive down on Mitsuki. They're just, you know what that means? Fight back, fight back, fight back! That's what's happened to Mitsuki. He's literally getting slapped up from all directions. Even with his curse mark healing factor, he's getting hurt quicker than he can heal. And that's when it happened. The real Naruto wraps his legs around Mitsuki's neck and launches himself in the air using wind-style gale palm. Wind-style gale palm. That was actually not what you think it was. I have a speech impediment. I understand what it sounded like. It is not what you think it was. It was actually me trying to say gale palm. I think it's called, not gale. Yeah. But Naruto sends himself flying into the air and spins yet again using the same technique on Mitsuki's stomach, sending him flying down. Mitsuki stomach, sending him flying down in the ground, creating a crater. And then he uses a Rasengan again, but something's different. All the shadow clones use a Rasengan with him. He's like, "I never had this much chakra before." And he hears the voice from Kurama. "I told you, kid, I'm quite useful." And Naruto says to him, "You're not useful, you're helpful. You're not an object or a tool." Hearing this, Kurama goes quiet again. This brat has a better way of thinking than 99% of like grown men that Kurama's ever met. But back on topic. These purple Rasengans in the hand are flying down. They use a Rasengan, but they all turn purple. And they fly down. Every single one creates a massive boom and a massive explosion. And Mitsuki dies. He's laying there with his body all shredded, disconfigured, like all them like it's shredded up. But you can recognize his face. That's when Minato finally arises to see his son in the Nine-Tails choke chakra. He pulls out kunai ready to fight, just to see Naruto look at him and smile. The cloak quickly disappears, but so does Naruto's consciousness, and he passes out. He wakes up in a hospital, no injuries, but he just wakes up tired, with Minato sitting across from him sleeping. He laughs and takes as a chance to test out a new jutsu that he's trying to try. He does hand signs, but he breaks down every water jutsu he knows. This is a Naruto Uzumaki special. Water manipulation. Naruto's focusing with all his as much as he can, and he's making a ball of water flow from beside him right up a Minato, and he drops it. Minato jumps up with a screech, and he looks at Naruto and looks down and sees him soaked. He goes to yell, but instead he just smiles and says, "Thank God you woke up." Other than that, guys, hope you did enjoy. Make sure you share with your friends and family. If you like this one, make sure you like the next one. I need 20,000 likes if you want the next video. I'm being 100% serious right now, no joke. 200,001 likes if you want the next part. 100% not a joke. Other than that, guys, hope you do enjoy. Share with your friends and family. Like, subscribe, and peace out, guys. Bye.